Ma! ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Answer me. Hey guys. So, obviously, as you could tell, or maybe not tell, I did cut my hair, and by I cut my hair, I meant my mom cut my hair. She's no pro, but I feel like she cut it pretty good for somebody that doesn't cut hair professionally. I mean, obviously one is a little longer than the other, but whatever. I keep saying that I'm gonna get it done professionally, but I never do it because I'm always busy with stuff and things. So, yeah. But regardless, this is not about my hair, or this is not an update. This is simply my... What month is this? This is May. This is my April favorites, and I know I am 8 days late, and I am 1 filming day late, but I've been busy. Yesterday was Saturday, May 8th, and I had to take my SAT, so that's been fun. And then after the SAT, I was so stressed, and my mom made me go to a party. First world problems. You guys are like, Tanya, that seems like the time of your life. Okay, here's the thing. I'm an extrovert, but I don't like going to parties. So my makeup is like basically like non-existent. I mean, it is existent because I have some pretty bomb primers, and my highlight is my favorite. So if you're wondering what it is, stay tuned. And before this video is too long, I'm just gonna start. My first product today is Maybelline Prime Face Studio Primer and 100 Blur Smooth. So it looks like that. The squeeze tube, it's all black except for like white on it. When you squeeze it out of the tube, oh wow, I squeeze it a lot. It's white, but it turns out to be clear. It's like a lotion consistency, and it does prolong the wear of my makeup. Now when it comes to blurring my pores, I can't say that it does, but then again, my pores are like holes. They're like black holes in my face, like they're huge for no reason. Thanks, Dad. So I can't say that they do, but I feel like maybe if you had smaller pores or normal pores, they would actually cover, but because I have extremely big pores, they don't necessarily cover my big pores. I feel like nothing really can. Anyways, it's like crying. Yeah, I love using this because I have my Kat Von D foundation. I love that foundation, but I have to put like a nice base, like a moisturizing kind of base, for it not to be patchy or like for it to be work on my skin, and I feel like this is perfect enough for my foundations to just glide on over my skin and just makes my foundations last longer. So I really like this. It's a really good primer for $10 in the drugstore, and I definitely recommend it because it does have it does make my foundation last much longer, and it allows my foundation to glide on much more smoother with this applied under. Check it out. My next favorite is my Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo foundation in medium 57, mostly because any foundation with this foundation is an amazing concoction. I hope I'm using that word right, and if I'm not, I apologize. But any foundation with this foundation is like, like it's amazing. Like this with my Loreal Infallible, this with my CoverGirl, this with my Revlon Whipped. So like, you know, you get the idea. It just creates that foundation and this foundation, and it creates such a great formula / mixture because it makes my skin look much more matte. It makes my skin look smooth. It's just a really good foundation, and I definitely recommend it. My favorite combination to use with this is my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous in A57. And these two are a match made in heaven, and I love these, and I will repurchase this when it's all done. My next favorite is the Milani Luminoso blush, the baked blush in Luminoso. As you can see, all the writing in my blush has rubbed off, and my blush is fairly used. I hope you guys can see. Well, you can't see because this powder never seems to like run out. Anyways, this foundation, why do I keep calling everything foundation? this blush is a nice peachy shimmer, a nice warm tone peachy shimmery blush that I love using during the springtime as well as the summertime, because it gives me a nice peachy glow on my skin without looking too corally. It's like a nice peachy pinkish, but leaning more on the peach, and it's nice and shimmery and not like glitter shimmery, but more like shimmering as in like you look like you're glowing. And it's just an amazing blush. This is the end of the day, so my blush isn't as prominent as it was in the beginning, so like I hope you guys can see a little bit of my blush. Hopefully my highlight isn't blinding you too much. But I love this. I love this. It's amazing. I like this blush especially because I feel like I could put in my blush like a little bit, like not have to worry so much about putting too much product on the brush, because it's so pigmented. Like I feel like this is the type of blush that it's perfectly pigmented, which is not too pigmented and not like badly pigmented. It's like right in the middle. I really like this blush. It doesn't just and it lasts forever because it's black because it's baked, so it has kind of a domed shape, and it's just an amazing brush. How many times I'm gonna say amazing in this video? I am so sorry. This is a very lovely blush, and I can't talk today. And yeah, that's my favorite. My next favorite is the highlight that I have on today, and it's the Anastasia kit, and that glow is just so beautiful. The ombre is beautiful. It is cruelty free, which is beautiful. The price isn't beautiful though. Oh my god, I cried when I had to pay the price, but it was worth it. Yeah, it's just beautiful, guys. Like it's just, I cry. I'm gonna cry right now. Like this is the highlight that I have on today, and I feel like this is one of those highlights that looks good in person and it looks good in on camera, on like when you take photos, and like when I Snapchat and I like move slightly my head, like you could see the highlight. Like it's bright, it stays on my skin, it's amazing, it's so smooth. I feel like it's just so amazing. At first I wasn't super impressed with this because I felt like it wasn't as intense as my Becca one, but after a while I'm just like, this is as intense. What am I, blind? I am blind. Like this will blind you. Maybe that's why I couldn't see it, because I was so blind of the brightness. But it's my favorite. I bought it like during spring break, so like during mid-April, so I had this for like about 2 to 3 weeks, so I know it isn't that long, but it is quickly become beautiful, and I love this, and it's quickly become, I haven't even answered, it's quickly become my favorite. It's amazing. It comes with 4 highlights. I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen this. It comes with 4 highlights. It comes with Sun Beige, which is a nice yellowish golden highlight. It comes with dripping in gold, which is like a nice bronzyish, champagne-y kind of color, as well as this one, which is a little bit more lighter than dripping in gold, and this one's bubbly. I love mixing these two with that beautiful, and this one is golden bronze. I feel like I'm gonna use that during the summer because I do get like 5/10 shades darker than I naturally am, so this would be beautiful as like a nice bronzer / highlight during the summer, because that's probably how I'm gonna use it. Or even then I'll use it like as an eyeshadow because it's beautiful and I don't want it to not be used enough. Like can you just, Tanya, what were you thinking? Tanya, please look at that. Can you see that? That's beautiful. I swatched it in the worst place ever. Can you see that? Like you can't even see it because it's so pigmented and it will blind you. They're so smooth, they're so silky. They just I like using these more with like an actual brush than a fan brush, even though it's technically a brush, but you know what I mean, like not a fan brush. I don't like applying it with the fan brush. I feel like if I apply it with a fan brush, it kind of dilutes the powder and doesn't make it look so blinding as it does now. This is not like the Becca one. I feel like I'm gonna compare this one and the Champagne Pop. If you want me to, leave it down below and I'll do that for you guys, but I'm just gonna stop here before I make this video about this palette, because I would if I could, but I haven't even thrown out the outer packaging. I'm the only one that does that. Like I keep the outer packaging for like a month, and then after a while I'm just like, I don't need it no more. But I'm keeping it. Okay, Now for eyes, my favorite eye primer at the moment is the WetNWild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. Again, WetNWild does not sell animals, which is a big bonus. It basically comes out in a squeezy tube, and it's all dirty right now because I don't know how to clean my products apparently. So it comes out nude on the skin, and I feel like it's supposed to be transparent. It's really good. It mattifies my eyelids really nicely. It keeps my eyeshadows locked in place. As you can tell, I just ripped my hair off. Ow, that hurt. I've had this eye makeup since about I want to say 8 o'clock, and it is currently like 7 o'clock, so almost 12 hours, and it looks pretty decent for a $5 eyeshadow primer from the drugstore. That's amazing. One thing that I have against this is that if you rub it in and after it sets and you're still rubbing it in, it kind of creates chunks, which is kind of gross. So you have to blend it in like correct, like you have to blend it in quickly and then just leave it alone, because if you don't leave it alone, you will create chunks of like eyeshadow primer on your eyelid, and that looks kind of gross. But I love this. It makes my eyeshadows stay on super long. It doesn't make my eyeshadows, it helps my eyeshadows not crease. My eyelids stay mattified for a good amount of the day. I know this because my eyeshadow doesn't crease. And it's just really good eye primer, and I'm not gonna run out of it soon enough. And I used to love a WetNWild eye primer, and it was in like the Fergie line, and I used to love that one, and actually I really like that one, and I remember it working really nicely, and I feel like this is just like that one but like reformed, like just repackaged. But yes, WetNWild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. Get it, WetNWild. Oh, I dropped it on the floor. Okay, now this might seem weird because this is technically a face product, and it's my LA Girl I Love Makeup Contour Palette in medium deep. I've been loving these shades as my transition shade in the crease. I have it on today obviously, but like their transition shade, whatever, oh my god, I got powder all over my hair. They're like transition shades, I can't say that word, but they don't really know, you can't really notice it, but these are amazing, like because they're so smooth and they're so like pigmented, like they're just amazing. And can you see that pigmentation? I love using these obviously on my face as well. They're really nice bronzers. Like that. That's amazeballs, my opinion. I love using these as transition shades, guys. It makes my eye look so professional, so smoky, so effortlessly, and I'm like so passionate. And I love these shades as transition shades, and they're not too powdery, they're not too chalky, they're perfectly pigmented, they're perfectly creamy, and even as contour shades, I freaking love this palette, and I definitely recommend this palette for either eyes or face. Like, get it. It's only $8, which is really inexpensive, and it's only $8, which is really inexpensive for a contour kit nowadays. So I definitely would check it out on LA Girl's website or any indie makeup store. And my lip product of the month is another LA Girl color, LA Girl cosmetic, and it's the, I think this one's called the Matte Flat Velvet Lipstick in Snuggle, and it is what I'm wearing today. This is what I've been wearing in a couple of my videos. It's a nice nudish, dark brownish nude, like a nice mauve brown nude lipstick. That makes any sense. It's super creamy, and it looks not matte because I had a lip balm under it, because they are like liquid lipsticks, and they really are super matte, and it's not super uncomfortable, but they can, your lips can get a little crusty. So your lips can definitely get a little dry because of it, because they're so matte. I have gotten a couple of these lipsticks and I love them all, and I will be featuring this in my haul that I'm having cooking up, because I already got a lot of things. So yes, I have a couple things here that are gonna be in my haul, aka my Anastasia glow kit, so as well as this. And my next favorite is the WetNWild Photo Focus Setting Spray. That stinks. One of the cons on this product is that it stinks. It smells like chemicals. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. It stinks. Like, it's just really bad when it comes to stinking. Other than that, I really love this product. It keeps my makeup bay. Like, it makes my makeup look flawless at the end of the day. When I like spray a little bit of this with my highlight, it makes my highlight even look more beautiful. I love using this. It sets my makeup amazingly. It makes my makeup last longer. And the mist on this bottle is pretty darn good, if I must say so myself. I love this. The only con I have of it is that it's smells like crap, and it's only $5, which is really good for a product like this. My last product is my Julep Maven double-ended brush. I feel like I use this in every single tutorial that I have, and basically like a nice flat brush with a nice blending kind of brush. It's kind of like the Urban Decay ones. I literally just washed this yesterday, so whatever. So I love using this for blending. It just makes blending so much easier, and it's soft and it's amazing, and it makes my transition shade look so good, and it buffs product flawlessly. So yeah, amazing. I love this. I hate Julep Maven eyeshadows, but I love this brush, so I would just get the eyeshadow palette all over again just to have this brush. I love this brush. I need like 20 backups on these just in case it breaks. And it has beautiful handles. It's not super heavy, but it's like, it doesn't feel cheap either. So, Julep Maven brush for the win. So that wraps up my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and comment what you guys want to see, because I will give you guys what you want. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys will subscribe to my channel if you like my content, like this video if you like favorites, or if you guys just like my face, and comment down things that you guys liked for this month, or you guys like in general, you guys don't like at all, and comment down things that you guys want to see in the future for this channel, and anything else. So yeah, love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.